Welcome to another edition
of the Pohl.
Welcome to the Pohl Position as we enter our final pole position before heading into October when things really get exciting.
It's scary.
Yeah. I mean, very, very exciting stuff. So, Josh, how are you? It's just us this week. No studio audience, no brothers, well, we might have the peanut gallery behind us in the newsroom. How's the newsroom looking today, Josh? What do we got? We got Coco Zet. We got Ben, who just got a big promotion. Give it up for Ben here in the studio. He could literally fire us at any time with his new powers. And let's hope he does.
Oh, I kind of like doing this show. I want to do it daily.
Go ahead.
You
can. No, I'm not doing this daily. Are you kidding?
I'm taking the name.
Can we just we have for the second straight, well, that's not true because last week we did my brothers, but all right, hang on a minute.
Do I look like Phil?
I mean, you don't have gray hair.
Well, I can get that done.
Where did you get the book, Josh? Where did you get it?
I don't know, but since we're the first on WDTN Plus for a live studio audience.
We were. And we were the first to have relatives
to have a live studio audience on real TV.
Phil Donahue.
So basically, he's like our brother.
Wow. I never thought about that. There it is, Phil Donahue. And, yes, he was the first.
It may be from the library, and I've had it for years.
Okay, great. You stole the book from the library.
I did steal it. I plan on returning it.
So, hey, listen to this. So, we have another viewer email. That brings us up to a grand total of...
We doubled our last.
No, we have 3. We're going to count Doug Brown. Doug's a loyal...
No, we have 4.
Well, 2 from Doug.
No, we have the guy that wants me to cut my hair.
Right. Doug, the Doug.
Remy Erskine.
That's right. Jeremy, I forgot about it. Oh, my, we're up to 4 emails.
The most emails on WDTN Plus.
Oh, by far. By far.
Oh, I got to hear this new email.
Is it that? Okay, so we have a new email, and it says, you guys are great, exclamation point. All right. The banter between you two is absolutely hilarious. This episode excluded. Off to a not-so-hilarious start. The rain of stuff y'all go on about is fantastic. Keep on going on and on. I always look forward to the next episode. And then...
and that's when we announce we'll be doing this daily.
No way. We'll do... not with me, we're not. Not with no. Now, once a week is more than enough.
Well, then maybe me and you rotate the pole position every day.
No, it's not going to happen. I'm not doing this show every day. I
every
do
other
news
day.
Every other day. One day a week, Josh.
Okay, you do it, and then I'll fill in the rest of the time.
You're going to call it the pole position?
Yeah. It's kind of like the Donahue show. Like when Phil didn't do it.
Okay, that show had integrity. It had guests. It had a live audience. It had a guy on his way to superstardom. Our show has
that sounds like
us.
It's why we had a live studio audience.
One person.
We're on the way.
There was one person.
We are on the way to be the hottest. We are the hottest.
That is true.
We have flames behind us. The hottest, highest rated show on WDTN Plus.
Yeah.
That's how Phil started.
That's
All right. What are we talking about this week?
All right. Well,
I digress.
Okay. Well, you do. But it's nice. Hey, we appreciate Josh is the one who sent not you, but another Josh is the one who sent in that email, and we appreciate your emails. And by the way, I'll put it up on the board. Poll Position at WDTN.com, so you can always drop us a line to tell us anything that's on your mind at all. We don't, kind of like this show, we just talk about anything that's on our mind. Mm-hmm. There's not too much that we don't do. So
let's talk about the heartbreak in the Queen City.
No, I want to talk about, you want to go bad before good?
Well, yeah, I was sold the Bengals were winning this week.
Yeah. Well, it's a bad sale. You get your money back.
You didn't think they were going to.
Now, this is not highlights from this week's game.
No, because they were in Minnesota.
But just to give our viewers something, when the Bengals used to have hope and cheerleaders and everything else. But you see that man on your screen right now, Zach Taylor? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time, Josh.
This is when we had a quarterback.
Maybe it's time to just hang it up, not do it anymore with Zach Taylor. I mean, he had a great run. Doesn't make you a bad a bad coach or bad whatever in your legacy with the team, but Zach Taylor, maybe the guys don't listen to him anymore. Maybe they don't care anymore.
It looked like they just quit.
They didn't even quit. You got to do something to quit. You know what I mean? You have to start dribbling a basketball and then quit dribbling the basketball. You have to start a job before you can quit a job. They never showed up.
I really thought they were going to play well
showed up.
And make it a contest. I haven't put money on it. Well, this is a lot of money.
This is okay. Well, you need to gamble responsibly.
And then you
need to gamble responsibly.
I gamble on this show's ratings every week.
Man, you just love losing money.
No, it's paid off.
Want to bet me on an arm wrestling contest?
Have you seen these guns? It's like the Paul Goodman gun and knife show.
Like squirt guns, what they're like. More like squirt guns. But I mean, what do you think? I think it's time Zach Taylor. Okay.
Welcome to the gun show.
Oh, good. Dude, that show needs to be canceled immediately. That needs to be canceled immediately.
That was my
so what do you think? Are we done with Zach Taylor? Are we ready to tear the whole thing down? And the Bengals can't tear it down because they just signed T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase is just getting stolen. They have years left with Joe Burrow. I think Henderson for the rest of the Bengals need to go get a quarterback is what they need to do.
Well,
they need to go get Kirk Cousins.
Or Jameis Winston.
I don't like Jameis.
Why? Because he took crab legs 20 years ago?
No, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me.
How about Trey Lance?
No, I want someone who's
Russell Wilson, 9-time Pro Bowl.
Russell, I'd take.
I think he's won a Super Bowl.
Russell, I would take.
How about Michael?
Yes, he has won a Super Bowl.
Junior.
Why don't you just bring Ken Anderson out of retirement?
No, Penix Jr. He's at Atlanta. He's the
he's
Indiana quarterback.
Yeah, he's their starter. They're not getting rid. They just took him in the first round after paying a quarterback $100 million. What talk?
What
talk? You talking to yourself does not constitute talk.
What's the Minnesota quarterback that just beat him?
Who?
Carson Wentz.
Well, they're not giving him up because J.J. McCarthy's. Josh, your ideas are crazy. They're crazy. Why not Boomer Esiason? What's he doing?
Well,
he's my age.
If I was Joe Burrow, I would leave Cincinnati.
Well, you don't get to because you have a contract that pays him $50+
million.
And don't act like you're so much
Trey
better.
Henderson, no. I like that he's sitting out.
No, I did not say that.
We signed a contract for this show, and we do it weekly.
I did not sign a contract for this show.
Do you want me to sit out? I'll just sit on that couch.
Well, you could take a viewer poll if we had more viewers.
It'd be 1v1.
Your grandma would vote for you, and my brother would vote for me.
But you have two viewers, so maybe I need to.
Right, and those two make us the most watched show.
Maybe I can get my like a fake ballot for somebody to vote for me because my grandfather's dead, or maybe he's watching.
Okay, can we not get morbid on this show, please?
The second who let me down, the Reds, tied.
As this show, no. Okay, let's button up the Bengals and before we finish
Zach.
Before we finish that comment, because you have so much money invested in a very near window, in a very near future, in a small window. The Bengals don't have time to screw around with Jake Browning. And I will say I'll give him one more start, but he will get destroyed Monday night in
Although I don't think Denver are a fraud.
Well, they're 1-2. So what are they a fraud up? Being a bad team?
I would be scared to death to play Green Bay.
I wouldn't want. Well, they get to go to Green Bay
and Detroit. I mean,
Detroit, and that's isn't that a nationally televised game?
Did you see what they did to the Ravens?
Yeah, they may get flexed.
I mean, bowling may not make it out of there.
Browning.
Well, Browning.
Jake Browning.
Well, he looks like he's bowling.
He looked like he was doing nothing. It was talk about ill. He looked better when he came off the bench against Jacksonville.
He won the game.
He won the game.
He looked better than Joe Burrow in that game, honestly.
Well, I mean, he got to walk off the field by himself, so that made him better. He did, but Joe Burrow's a great quarterback. But the problem the Bengals have right now is that you can't blow everything up. You can't trade all these guys. The only guy you can get rid of is Hendrickson. And I'm fine with that because we spent all this money on how we got to sign Henderson. Our defense is so bad. What are we going to do? And I said all along, I said, one man does not make a defense.
Give me a lineman.
One man does not make a defense. I would have traded Hendrickson.
Well, I saw they could get him to 49ers for a first-round pick.
Go.
I'd send him.
I mean, they were awful. It was the worst loss in Bengals history. That was go. This is nothing personal. Trey Henderson is a stand-up guy. He is a great guy. He is an elite player. But one player does not make a defense in the NFL. It may in basketball, maybe. It might in, well, I don't know.
I'm trying to get traded. Pat McAfee, if you're watching, I'm available for trade.
I'll straight up, AJ Hawk.
For me.
For you, straight up.
Pat McAfee. Did you see him go off the high dive?
I don't. I know. I don't watch the ESPN pregame show.
Oh, well, it's
not for my generation.
We'll have to watch it.
No, I'm kidding. He stands up and dances on the table. He's crazy. He's wild. There's no content. I like Saban, but McAfee takes over the show too much, and it's hard to watch. Kind of like someone on this show. They take over, and they don't know when to be quiet as much. You know what I mean? The name of the show is The Pohl Position.
Not Jack.
You're not. Josh, look at your screen, folks. What does that say underneath your chin, underneath your
Pohl?
It says polar opposite,
Pohl,
which is about what we are. You know, we're supposed to get to all these sports stories, and we've already blown through the first segment, and the only thing we've talked about was what? The Bengals?
The heartbreaking in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
We can.
I will say this. I mean, you know, they were
NFL
probably going
is king, so it doesn't matter.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I will say this about the Bengals. They still have some opportunities to win a few games. The Steelers don't scare me.
Playoffs.
Next year? Not this year. No way.
Why?
No
I mean, they lead right now. Almost a month into the season, they lead the division right now.
They do.
They're number one in the division.
That's cute. Yeah, that's really nice. But let me tell you something here. Hold on a minute. Wait a second. I'm going to go to the. I'm going to go through the schedule with you real quick, and you tell me where they're winning. They got at Denver on Monday.
I think they'll win.
No way.
I don't think Denver's that good.
They host the Lions the following Sunday. No chance.
So that puts them
at the Packers.
So that's 4-3.
No, so they're 2-1 now. You've got them beating the Broncos. That's 2-2. Losing to the Lions. That's 2-3. Losing to the Packers.
They've only lost one game. They're 2-1 right now. If they beat.
Right. If they beat. Oh, you're right. They'd be 3-1 over the Broncos. I am 2-2. Okay, so 3-1. So 3-2. Packers 3-3. Steelers. They always lose 2, 3, and 4. They'll beat the Jets 4-4.
And I think they beat the Steelers. So
I think they can beat that. We're not at the. Oh, yeah. That'd be 5-3. They got the Bears.
I think it's winnable.
The Steelers at Pittsburgh.
I think winnable.
Patriots is winnable. At Ravens, no way. At Bills, no way. Those are back-to-back. At Bills, at Ravens, back-to-back.
But even if they go how I go, they're still...
Actually, the Ravens game's at home. At Bills and then home against the Ravens. Then they got the Dolphins, which is winnable. The Cardinals, which could be winnable. And then the Bengals have beaten the Browns 5 straight times. They host them on the last day of the season. So we will see.
So I think they're over 500.
Maybe. I mean, we got to take a break. We're late for one. It's the Pohl Position.
We don't have sponsors anyway.
Well, there's some kind of commercial going to be. What is it, a public service? Isn't that what they run?
I don't know.
Promos?
I don't watch.
We're back after this. There it is. Welcome back to the Pohl Position, our final episode for the month of September as we get ready to get into the heart of the sports season. I mean, we got everything in October. The Flyers starting. We've got the Reds
NBA.
possibly in the, which is on Channel 2 this year.
I'm not speaking about the Reds. They're dead to me.
No, they're not. By the time this airs, they could be one game up.
I was so excited to start watching again. I got my buddies all hyped. They
just swept the Cubs before they lost to the Pirates.
And then they lost to the Pirates. And they lost to the A's. They're the worst teams in baseball. So they beat the good teams and lose to the
They've been doing that all year.
Well, man,
they're
going to win. If they make the playoffs, they're winning the World Series.
Correct. I would not want to play. Wouldn't it be great, though? The Cleveland Guardians were 15 games out of first place, and now they're tied as of the recording of this show.
And I think they owe the tiebreaker, so they're ahead.
It could literally be a Reds Guardians World Series.
And you're going to take me if that happens.
Well, maybe we could go. Maybe we go on location. If we do our first Pohl Position on location, that might be it. Wouldn't that be something? But you got to admit, like coming up tonight, Paul Skeens of the Pirates, one of the best pitchers in baseball, goes against Hunter Green, who's coming off his first complete game one-hitter. And both of those guys are going toe-to-toe as the Reds could make the playoffs. They're still a 500 team. Their record isn't that great. But at least it's something interesting in Cincinnati, especially while the Bengals absolutely stink. Right. The Bengals are awful. I mean, who's excited for Jake Brown? You know what I did? So I'm going to confess to you something.
Ooh.
I played golf instead of what I said. I'm not missing golf for Jake Browning.
Oh, and we played golf.
We played golf. Oh, we will have to show our viewers that next week. We have some excerpts. We'll do we'll do that next week. We need a week to process the video.
After you ran around like you were in Happy Gilmore.
I chipped in a birdie.
Yeah, and he was like, woo, 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 woo. And
I
then like
was
the golf
dancing.
pro came over and was like, hey, this is a nice course. Can you guys knock that Happy Gilmore
No,
stuff
there was
off?
a certain somebody driving a cart that drove over tee boxes and greens and got us in a lot of trouble.
It wasn't me.
It was not me either. We'll leave it at that. It was a crazy day at the golf course.
And the guy in the bathroom.
Yeah, man, that was a heck of a day. And I think we cheated.
No,
we cheated because we have what's the guy's name? Trey
Archer. But
yeah.
he
is a great player.
And he
had
that?
You did.
No, I did not.
You're the one who told me.
I said he used to be
You're
a
right.
golf pro.
I shouldn't have believed it. What?
He used to be a golf pro. That doesn't mean you're good.
Well, there's probably some truth to that.
What if he was a golf
Keely
pro?
Smith used to be a pro quarterback.
Jake Browning is a
Jake Browning's a decent guy. Yeah. Jake Browning's a decent guy.
No, we're not talking decent
No,
guy.
no, I
We're
mean, he was
football.
4-3 the last time.
You're acting like Trey's Joe Burrow.
No, I'm acting like he's Scotty Scheffler. I'm acting like he's him.
I may take
Scotty
you
Scheffler
over Trey in a one-on-one golf match.
Really?
Yeah, I think you're pretty good.
I mean, I'm not bad.
And, it's like...
Not as good as this guy.
We're family forever, So that's you talking to me.
So look at that. Look, that's like
me and you.
That was us. That's what we looked like at the end of the day because we beat Trey. We beat Trey in his score. Not that anyone knows or cares who he is, but the Ryder Cup's coming. You don't even know what that is, do you?
No, I'm so over golf.
It's big.
It's so boring.
Big. You don't want to beat the other countries.
No.
So you're not American.
No, I like FIFA. The World Cup.
No, this is bigger than the World Cup for golf.
Guaranteed.
Bigger.
Well, yeah, but because they don't play World Cup in the golf.
You've got, come on, Scotty Scheffler and Bryson DeChambeau on Team USA. They don't ever play each other except the majors, and that's when they're against each other all together. Rory McIlroy's talking trash.
I like Roy.
You don't want the Europeans.
I like Roy.
So who do you want to win, U.S. or Europe?
America.
America.
All
right,
golf's too boring.
You know it's not boring?
America.
O-H.
And we are going to the game. We're flying out.
I am flying out tomorrow, which will be the day this show airs. By the time the show airs, I will be in Seattle, Washington, preparing to watch the Buckeyes.
Jet plane.
Preparing to watch the Buckeyes, who finally get to play somebody who's decent.
Are you worried about the game?
Oh, Ohio State will kill them.
I don't know. Have you seen the line started at 14?
And what is it now?
It's dropped. It was 7.5.
Oh, come on.
Last time I
then
looked.
I may be all over to that. I don't like to promote gambling on this show the way you do, you degenerate. Ohio State is 8.5.
It was 14 to start the week.
I will say this, Washington, I've never been to the stadium, but I've been outside the stadium. You can it's on Lake Washington.
Are you allowed in?
I've got tickets, so yeah, they're going to let me in.
That facial recognition is going to be like, meh, meh, meh.
No, I bought the tickets while I looked like this. I mean, we just got
Did you take a picture? It's not a passport ticket.
I got a ticket to the game. I'm going to show the guy at the gate, and I'm going to walk in and watch the game.
Yeah.
And Ohio State's going to go up 21-0 in the first quarter, and that whole crowd's going to be that's it. They're going to be depressed, and it's going to be another boring Ohio. What are you doing?
Taking a picture. Somebody texted me and asked what I was doing.
I can tell you, you like getting deep into the show.
Are you going to wear Ohio State stuff?
I haven't decided yet. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, you better.
I mean, Washington, their Huskies aren't the type of program where you get beat up. Like, you go to Ann Arbor and you wear Ohio State stuff.
Ann Arbor's a bunch of wussies, too. Now, Wisconsin?
Okay, I've never been. I've been to those places, but as a worker, as I've covered the Buckeyes back in the day. I can remember once they used to send us, now everything's digital, but back in the day we had these passes and you'd keep them in the drawer and somebody either took the pass or whatever. The pass went missing. Let's just say that. But I still got to go cover the game. And it's Ohio State, Penn State on Halloween. I get up there early in the day, and it was like a 3:30 game, and it was a classic fall day. It was like 50 degrees, a little bit of rain, and just overcast. Couldn't find a parking spot to save my life. So I'm going through a neighborhood, and there's an old lady at the end of her one-car garage, one-car driveway, and she's like, "You need a place to park?" I said, "Yeah." And I was in this big SUV, Channel 2 SUV, $20. I pulled in, and it barely fit into her garage, but it was safe the rest of the day. So that's
awesome. That reminds me of Green Bay. I want to buy one of the houses by the stadium.
They're probably not cheap. Although the greatest place I've ever covered an NFL game was probably Lambeau Field, the Bengals. Really? Aaron Rodgers, the Bengals were winning that game. Andy Dalton had I guess it might have been the last time they played there 8 years ago. They play there this year. And Andy Dalton had the game. The Bengals, of course, choked. It goes to overtime. The funny thing about the Bengals game that I went to, and to this day the record stands, it was the hottest temperature at kickoff in Lambeau Field history. So I was as far away from the frozen tundra, temperature-wise, as humanly possible. So that was my claim to fame.
Didn't we go to a hot game once or something?
Probably a million. We went to the All-Star game. That was hot.
No, that was terrible.
The Major League All-Star game in Cincinnati.
I thought it was going to be fun. Me, you, Hitch Connerman, and I think Robert Lowry.
Look Live Lowry was there. It was me, you, and Hutch. And
we went Sunday.
Food was good.
The truck off. Well, I don't even remember the game because remember we were there late for
I had to do the 11, so we were there, and I got through. They did the 50 greatest players, and Pete Rose was back on the field for the first time, and that was a big deal. And I left after the second inning or whatever.
Yeah, but I remember. Because we had to be there for 16 hours a day. We
were 5 days.
Yeah, we were leaving here at 6 a.m., getting home at 1. At the time, the company wouldn't pay for a hotel, so we were driving back and forth.
No,
it was just, I don't know. It's kind of like when you went to the Super Bowl. I mean, it was fun and cool story.
But I've always told people it was a cool thing I went, and going to shoot the game was great because it's so few, but it's so sterilized.
Yeah,
it's unlike and the same with the national championships. I've been to a bunch of those. Those are a little bit better, but there was the title that the Buckeyes won with
had to be 2015, right?
I was at Trestles, and then I was at I've just been to the two, and I wasn't at last year, so those were the two. But when I've been to the ones they've lost, I was there when they lost to Florida, and when they lost to Florida, I walked off the field with Urban Meyer. And it was just some weird coincidence. Then we were like 20, 30 yards apart. I looked over, and that's the time he told the story where he's like, this is where I knew I had to quit Florida. He goes, we just beat Ohio State. We win the national championship. He goes, I walked off the field that day, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. I was like parallel with him. We walked off. He went one way in the tunnel. I went to the other. And he's like, I just got on the phone and called all my recruits. I didn't even enjoy the win. He goes, I was already thinking, see what we just did? You got to come play for Florida. He's like, you couldn't even have one night to enjoy it. He was already recruiting for next year. But things worked out. He's mellowed out.
Well, tell a story about Hutch Connerman emceeing that show right before Trestle. And he's like, come on, Donnie, or whoever it was, tell the dirty stories on Coach Trestle. He's all buttoned up. And he was like, I could feel. I'm
going to we need to have Hutch on the Pohl Position.
He said, I could feel Trestle's eyes burning a hole. And he was like, 2 days later, the tattoo scandal breaks. I mean, there's some great stories.
Oh, man, I could go on all day. We had some good stories today. So, but anyway, who do you got at Ohio State, Washington? You're not coming to the Pacific Northwest. Tickets weren't that bad.
No,
you can get in the door for the plane ticket's bad.
My buddies are flying. They're leaving tomorrow. Friday morning.
Are they flying out of Cincy or Dayton?
Cincy, flying to Washington, and then flying to Denver.
Oh, for the Bengals game.
Yeah, but they're all ticked off. I don't know if I can say pissed off, but they're all ticked off.
You don't know you can say it. I know you can say it because you just did.
Because they're like, well, we have our Joe Burrow jerseys, and now they can't wear them.
No, it's a total waste.
So
it's a total waste.
Yeah, I'm watching their dog. That's named Joey.
I do think. I mean, I never go to games as a fan.
It'll be fun.
So I can't wait. I'm going with my kid. I'm going with Jackson and a few of his buddies, and we're just gonna.
So they're gonna be like, oh, Papa, he can drive us.
That's it. Well, everything's Uber out there and stuff. Actually, I think my daughter's going to drop us off. She was going to go to the game. She's like, yeah, I'm good. Going to be rainy.
And no, it's supposed to be good weather, they said.
No, I just looked today. But maybe you're right.
Maybe Under the Umbrella can give us an update.
Yeah, we'll get the Under Umbrella people on there. Melissa Barrington, she can get it there. The can man.
I think it's going to be close to halftime. I think Washington's got a good quarterback, a good running back.
They have the longest home winning streak in the country. 22 straight games. They haven't lost since 2021 at home.
It's going to be different for Sayan, although right now he's playing like the best quarterback in the country.
Is he?
Who's better?
I mean, who's he played?
He beat Texas.
Oh,
that's the biggest
win. You
win.
mean the big Texas?
Who's
Texas
playing?
Longhorns?
Who's playing?
We're
we'll see after this
through
week.
the college
but
football
who
season.
Is playing better than he is? The kid at Clemson's
Yeah,
terrible.
He hasn't played anybody. I agree with you, but he hasn't done anything yet. And did Ohio State really beat a good team in Texas? I mean,
know.
Arch Manning, you're getting in the face of somebody on UTEP after going up 5 touchdowns. That is a bad look. He may not be what we think. I mean, this
kid,
April. I mean, although New Orleans going to have the number 1 pick, and you almost have to take from his grandfather played.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't get anywhere near this guy. And you made a total idiot out of him. You know what I'm talking about? He scored a touchdown last weekend, and he gets in the kid's face on some inferior team.
I'm going to give Jack this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can go on all day. You know how I am.
Yeah, we'll get y'all fired up. We'll talk quarterbacks.
All right. That's it for the Pohl Position, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll
get
see
on
you
your
next
flight.
Week. Get Hutch Connerman in here next week.
To replace you?
No, well.
We'll call it the Connerman position.
That makes no sense. So long, folks.
Goodbye.
O-H.
I-O.